Gideon, would you like a bath? Want a bath? You don't know? Alright, well, we're gonna do one anyway. Back by popular demand, we are going to do another cut, bath, and blowout for Gideon. He has hot mess holiday hair. So the first one I did, you guys really liked it. While Gideon's clippers are charging, it's charged for the most part, but I'm going to let it charge while I clean up this mess. So that's first order of business. I have, let me grab these things here, my waters, and all this stuff pretty much on this side and a little bit on this side. We are going to clear out. Hi! We're going to clear it out, and that way it doesn't get all messy, broken, or full of hair clippings. I'm going to get this done. And here he is in all of his glory, is Gideon. He was fed. He had chicken with sweet potato and green pepper, red peppers. He went for a walk. It was cold outside. And now he is going to have his cut, bath, and blowout. I started with the big guns. We're going to start with this because I'm actually doing a clip of his entirety. Last time I only just did a couple of things. I'm going to use these. They're a little bit more heavy duty and they can handle more of his hair that when it's long. I'm not going to cut it too short because it's cold outside, but I am going to cut it down. It's pretty long and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when it's too long. He starts chewing at it and pulling at it. He doesn't care for it. Right? Kiss? Oh, thank you. Thank you for being a good sport. So he knows the drill. I'm going to start with, smell? What do you think, Dee? Should we start with a gauge 3? I'm gonna start with the gauge 3. And if it's too long or whatever, then I'll go down to a 2. But let's see what this looks like. Ready, Gee? No? He says I'd rather be doing other things. Hey. Hello. It's okay. Here, can you turn this way? Good boy. Yep, that's good. We'll do a 3. I'm going in reverse because his hair is quite fine. And his hair is very slippery just by nature, and so using, can you stand up? Using a gauge 3 in reverse kind of grabs the hair a little bit better. I'm going to start with his hair while it's dirty. I just find that, I don't know, it just works a little better. And then if I have to go over it one more time when he's clean, he's not dirty, but I just say dirty in the fact that I didn't bathe him first. Can you stand up? Up? Oh, hold on, it's okay. You can tell when his hair is long how dirty it gets when you can, touch him. But it's most people can't tell, it's just me. But Also, his hair is really curly when it's long. You must stand up, come on. His hair gets really curly. He doesn't care for these clippers. They make a sound that he doesn't like. But he doesn't bite or nothing. He just grins and bears it, right? Stand up, please. I got you. So I'm gonna do a voiceover for part of this. Just the clippers. I find that when I was making this, editing this video, the clippers were really I don't know, the sound of them was too much, and I'm like, oh, I can only imagine how they must feel listening to that for this video is a little long. It actually would have been longer, but I didn't realize it. But right when I was about to blow dry them, my camera died, and I was like, oh, so I had to charge it. And I also wanted to give him his ice cream and have you guys see it, but that didn't work out either, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. There is a benefit to having his hair washed first, and that is that it kind of lays a little bit better. As you can tell, this would all lay flat after his bath, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I like to give him some vanilla ice cream after his bath. I showed you guys in my last video of giving him a haircut and everything. After it's all said and done, he knows, he's expecting it, and I did. I gave him a tablespoon of vanilla ice cream, and he was so happy to have it. But yeah, he doesn't like those clippers I'm using, and they are loud. But I don't know, just the other clippers I have, they don't grab his hair when his hair is really when it's longer. It gets too thick and it doesn't cut as well. So I have to bring out, as I said earlier, the big guns, and make sure that his hair gets cut thoroughly. Yes, in between little sections there, I try to give him a little bit of encouragement and some loving. He's so cute, and he's such a good dog. It took a lot of training, but he does well, and he puts up with it. I'm going to lay down this mat, this hand towel, so his feet are slipping on the counter. And I think he'd feel a little better if he had some stability. Is that better? Mm-hmm. When I was filming this, it was really tough because I'm trying to get the entirety of shots in, and I was trying to get what I was working on also. So to make a long story short, I was trying to get the best shots possible with such a small bathroom. And I just hope that, you guys don't get bored of the same angle through the whole thing. But it's a small bathroom. That brush I'm using there is a brush that I use every night on him, and even though he does not shed, I haven't cleared out that brush in probably 6 months. So whatever hair, whatever fluff was in there, it was in the brush. But and of course, as I'm cutting his hair and brushing him, it's getting caught in there too. So I had to keep, clearing it out. I do like to wash that. It's just a regular brush that I got at Walmart. You know what I mean? He didn't want to give me his paw, but he knew he had to do it. I just got that brush at Walmart. You know what I mean? Yes, you can go to Petco and spend an arm and a leg on, fancy brushes or whatever, but not for anything. I mean, and they are helpful. They really are. They make some really, convenient brushes. But for Gideon's sake, he doesn't really need a lot. I mean, a dog that sheds, you kind of need certain brushes. I know the last dog I had, it was a Sheltie, a mini collie, and a Shetland sheepdog, and he had a lot of different brushes because he was a double coat. You know, Shelties have double coats, and so he had fur underneath, and you know, it was just, his hair needed more care. But Gideon, he's the first dog I've had, first of all, this small, but he's just so easy to groom. I mean, I had other dogs that shed, and yeah, you just need to give them a bath or whatever, but they, you know, you didn't really have to cut his hair or anything. The downfall to dogs that don't shed is their hair grows, and you have to make sure it's trim or mat free. You have to keep brushing it out. Gideon doesn't really get mats, but he does get little knots in his tail and in his ears because he gets food stuck in it when he eats sometimes when his hair grows out long enough. So yeah, I have to brush him every night before bed, and I'm also going to do a clip on it, probably a short. I'll upload it this week, but I like to brush his teeth. I wipe out his eyes and his mouth, his lips, and I brush him out before bedtime every night. I'll definitely put a short in there so that you guys can see that. I mean, like a short, like later in the week, where I just show you quickly, you know, what I do every night as a routine. But he was starting to get tired, so he wanted to sit down while I was, you know, taking care of his undercarriage. Speaking of undercarriage, you know, like the snow we've had not too long ago, I have, you know, where I live, they don't allow us to wash cars in the parking lot where I live in, like, apartments. And so I went to the car wash the other day, and I was really excited because sometimes they throw in some extras. You pay, like, I have a membership I pay for. It's like $24 a month, and you get free vacuuming, free cleaners, you get to use their rags. I have WeatherTech mats, but if you have like the plain regular car mats, they have a machine that washes the regular mats. But I ended up, you know, I paid $24.99 for a basic wash and to use their amenities. And I went through the other day and I was so excited. They did the undercarriage, they gave me ceramic, they gave me hot wax, they gave me all of it. I was like, woohoo! Because it lights up before it hits your car. And I was like, yeah, I felt like I won the lottery. I'm so glad there's no mirrors in there, because I must have looked like an idiot. You know, like windows, people, cameras, watching me go through the car. Every time one hit, I was like, woo! In the car, my arms were flailing. Oh my gosh, I must have looked so silly. But, you know, those are the things that we get thrilled about at my age. At our age, if you're about 50 years old. That made my day. Yeah, you can't beat it. $24.99 a month, unlimited. I just, that was such a great deal. You can go in there every day, and it's $24.99 for the whole month. It's such a great deal. But anyway, that's not how much Gideon would cost if I took him to the groomer. So he gets groomed here at home. So here's my my little invention here. He kept trying to sit down or whatever, and I didn't really have, like, you know, like, I only have so many hands. So I had an empty tissue box, and I just kind of like put it under under his belly so he couldn't sit down. It works pretty good if the dog sits still. You'll see that he keeps trying to turn his head to turn around, and I have to keep straightening him out. But he knows, you know, I verbally just said, you know, no, and he knew not to do it anymore. But he's such a good boy. But yeah, I just put the tissue box under there, and it makes it hard for him to like sit down. And it's not the greatest invention, but it worked. You know what I mean? You got to use what you got laying around. And yeah, so this part right here is really tough because it was such like long, like the hair was kind of like long in the, you'll see that my clippers were struggling to keep up with the, because his hair is thin, but he's got a lot of it, so it was thick. And I had to go over it a couple of times with the little clippers, you know, like the patches where it was really thick, in order to, you know, to cut the hair evenly and make it look right. Yeah, the other thing too is the tissue box, like it would only work on a dog this small. Can you imagine putting that under a Great Dane? He'd probably just sit on it. But speaking of empty tissue boxes, oh my gosh. So Bill, my partner Bill, he got like this respiratory thing from work. And he was there, and this guy that he works next to, he kept like hacking and not covering his mouth and everything. So Bill ended up getting sick. And I have a low immune system because, you know, of just my health issues. And so this whole time I've been fighting. Bill's okay now. I mean, he only had it for like a week. But I have been fighting it this whole time, and I'm really surprised I didn't catch anything. It was just like the upper respiratory. He had like a runny nose, kind of like a cold, I guess. It wasn't COVID. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on here. I don't know, whatever. It wasn't that, because he could taste things, and you know, he didn't have the symptoms of it, but he just had like an upper respiratory infection. And after a week, it went away. He still gets sniffles here and there, but it's not bad. But this whole time, I've been like having, you know, tea, like immune system booster tea, and taking, you know, of course, I always take my vitamins anyway, but I was taking Airborne and, you know, drinking juice, and I'm trying so hard. Whenever I got tired, I normally don't nap during the day, but I was like, you know what, if your body's, you know, tired and it's not, you don't normally nap during the day, just listen to your body, you know, just listen to it, because that, you know, that'll fight off getting sick. So I haven't gotten sick yet, knock on wood, but hopefully, you know, but anyway, now my son isn't feeling good. So I'm like, oh, great, you know, but he went through so many tissues, Bill did. So there's like empty tissue boxes everywhere. So yeah, so I found an empty one and I grabbed it. Yeah, so this little towel that he's standing on, I thought it would, you know, kind of make things easier for him to grip, and it kind of did. But there's a silicone mat that I had, and it was like a rubber, like, and it's supposed to like be like a hot mat or something, I don't know. It's for the kitchen, but it worked great for him, but I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if I threw it out, or I don't know what I did with it. And I don't normally lose things really, like, a lot, so I don't know what happened to it. But that was great, because you can just pick up the mat, shake it out, and then place it back down. This towel, oh, it's going to be atrocious to wash. But like, 'cause his hair just sticks to it. But yeah, it's like a silicone mat. I got it at some Bed Bath store. I don't know. So here I'm taking the clippers, and I have to shave his armpits and his legs. This part right here. And it's just, the look on his face is hilarious. I mean, is that the look I would give if, like, someone was shaving my armpits? I think I would love this if, like, someone was shaving my legs and, like, my pits. Like, if you went to, like, a spa and they were doing all that, I would completely love it. I would enjoy it. Very relaxing. You know, I went to massage therapy school years ago. And, oh my gosh,
to have a massage again would be great. It costs so much money, but it feels really, really good. And I enjoyed going to massage therapy school because, sorry, I keep moving around. But I enjoyed going there because you got like massages every day. You know, like we learn like different techniques and, you know, the back and, you know, like, you know, the feet and all this other stuff. It's a little bit more complicated. I took the wellness one. They taught like, you know, just meditation and, you know, relaxation, you know, stuff like that. There was the clinic one that some people took, and that's more for like people that had like sports injuries and stuff like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed the course. I took a 2-year, it was full time, and I really enjoyed it. Absolutely, it was the best experience. I went to Connecticut Center for Massage Therapy. That's what it was, and it was just awesome. Good experience. I was also like 200 pounds lighter. I was like 100 pounds. So it was a little easier to move around and, you know, stuff like that. But I really don't eat a lot. I have one meal a day, and it's usually like, you know, like I'll have like some, you know, like a veggie burger and green beans, or, you know, like stuff like that. Like I have like one meal a day, and I have 2 snacks. I'll have a snack in the morning. Usually it's like I don't know. No, I shouldn't say in the morning. It's not always a snack. It's like a bagel, you know. Sometimes I'll have like oatmeal. And then my other snack after my dinner at night, I had last night apples and peanut butter. Sometimes I'll have a yogurt with some blueberries. My weight, a lot of it, it is my thyroid, but the other thing is the medications I was on prior to having Gideon. I was on like, I think it was like 7 or 8 medications, and most of them caused weight gain. So even though I had nausea and I was hardly eating anything, I was gaining weight. I was bloated. I felt sick. It was just, it was awful. So, you know, I'm still trying to lose it, but it's hard with the fibromyalgia because I'm really sore all the time. And, yeah, so the massage therapy school was a great experience, but I was a lot lighter then. I wasn't on so many medications. It wasn't until later in life that all that changed. But yeah, so right here I'm just trimming up his face. I'm using the thinning shears on the edges because it just makes it look less choppy. But I also apologize too, like I do want to save up and get one of those little microphones that some people are using on their YouTube videos. I am looking into that. Right now it just sounds like you're talking to me over the telephone. So I don't know if that's soothing to you. It sounds more natural, but the microphone would give more volume consistency. You know, I guess the voiceovers, it would be better too. Here, my don't, I know it makes people nervous when they see this, but the edge of his ear is under my finger. It's like way under. So, you know, there's no chance of me clipping his ear ever. But I just wanted to mention that because Bill one time was watching me do this, and he was like, oh my gosh, you know, he was getting all nervous, and I'm like, don't worry, the edge of his ear is under my fingers. There's no way I would have been able to cut it. So I also like to cut the hair that is right before his ear canal. Some like are all for like ear plucking. I am not for it. My vet brought out that it causes micro tears, and it can be very not painful, but irritating. You you know, the aftermath of it. However, there are some dogs that just need it. Poodles is one of them. My neighbor has a poodle, like a mini one, and they have to pluck her ears. And I mean, that hair will block the ear canal completely if it doesn't get plucked out. It gets matted too. But I just like to trim the hair right before his ear canal so his ears can breathe. So if you guys made it this far in my video, I really appreciate it. If you want to like and subscribe or put a comment or whatever, you know, it helps my channel, but you don't have to do it. I'm not going to be the one to, like, you know, there's some people that just really push it, and I don't, it's fine. I'm just glad that I'm able to provide a video that maybe can help you. You know, it doesn't, you know, here's the other thing too about, you know, giving a dog a home cut. It's kind of like your kids. Remember when you were young? I don't know if you guys, depending on the age, but did your mom ever put like a bowl on your head and cut around it? Everybody had the old bowl cut, right? It wasn't perfect though, is my point. I mean, your mom just slapped a bowl on it and cut around it, and there you had it. And, you know, Caden, when he was younger, he just got a crew cut sometimes because it was summer and he was hot, and I usually took him to the barber, but sometimes, you know, it didn't, you know, home cuts don't have to be perfect. And same here with Gideon. He's going to have, you know, you may be able to look at it and you can tell maybe it's not professionally done, probably. Some of my neighbors, they asked me, they're like, where do you get his hair done? And I said, I do it. Why? Does it look that bad? But, yeah, you know, that's the thing, you know, it's at home, so it's not a big deal. And, you know, you don't always have to have the perfect equipment. These scissors that I'm using, all these different scissors, I saved up for, or they were given to me for like my birthday, Christmas. I've just accumulated them over time. But I started out, I went to Walmart and I went to the hair cutting section, and I just got, you know, just hair cutting scissors at Walmart and a comb. And I used for a while, I used regular people hair cutting shear, what do you call it? You know, like the hair clippers, the electric ones, you know what I mean? You know, just use what you have. Just be careful though, because, you know, you can really hurt your pet if you know, aren't careful with where you're cutting and everything. But, you know, just start out slow and just do what you can. And, yeah, it'll all work out in the end. It's a learning experience for you and the dog. Again, I apologize for this view of the clip here. It's so hard to see. I'm trimming the hair around his lips so it doesn't get wrapped in his teeth and in his mouth and everything, but it's a hard shot. So my question is this, do you guys have New Year's resolutions, or are you guys just kind of, you know, just doing your normal thing? Let me know, because I don't know. I have goals where, you know, I learned from the year before, but I don't go all gung-ho and, you know, change my life because it's a new year. But, you know, put in the comments if you want, you know, tell me what your New Year's goal is, or if you do make a list of resolutions. I don't know, let me know. Okay, whoop, bottoms up. It's time to do his sanitary. So this is, to me, so important, because nobody wants to see your dog, you know, wagging his tail around, flinging dingleberries everywhere. So, yeah, this is so important to get that done. And he doesn't mind it. He's used to it. I'm always, you know, making sure his butt's clean. And then, oh, here I also don't, his tailbone, my thumb is over it. So there's no way I'm going to clip his tailbone, his bone in the tail. So, I'm gonna make it like to where it's kind of rounded so it looks like a little pom-pom when he walks. It's so cute. Alright, so pom-pom's complete, and what I'm gonna do is just clip out all the hair around his feet pads there, and make sure that he's got good grip so that when he's on the floor and everything, they're not slipping around too much. And then he's going to be heading on into the bath. Alright, rub-a-dub-dub, time to put Gideon in the tub. So in he goes, and you know, you guys are gonna see, I'm rinsing him down right now, but you're gonna see soon a dish soap bottle that I'm using. Inside of it is it's not dish soap. In my last video, you guys, I kind of explained more, but I put baby soap in the empty dish soap bottle. I use Tearless baby soap shampoo on Gideon, and I put it in the bottle, and then I dilute it a little so it comes out more like foamy, and that way it's just easier to spread around, and it doesn't take so long to rinse. So yeah, so I'm just explaining that because I don't want, you know, people to be upset that I'm using dish soap on my dog. I don't. It's just Tearless shampoo. So what I'm going to do, what I always do, is I just wash his back and his chest and his belly. I do that first and then rinse it. And then I wash 2 of his legs, rinse that. Wash the other 2 legs, rinse that. And then I do his head at the very end. I just do it that way because I don't like to fill the tub up. You know, it makes Gideon nervous if I were to put him in like I've done it before and he didn't like it. Made him too nervous. So he likes the shower. And to be quite honest, I don't like baths either. I think I'm no offense, but I just think it's kind of gross to be sitting in your own, you know, soup. But yeah, so this way when he gets his bath, it just goes right down the drain. There's no sitting in anything. But also it's to keep him warm, you know, like the downside of not having a full tub is that, you know, he doesn't have any other type of warmth. But when I keep washing and rinsing different parts, it keeps him warm. It's warm in the bathroom anyway. It's pretty warm in there, but I just want to make sure he doesn't get cold. So that's, you know, how I do it. When I do his back legs, that's also when I do his anal glands. I recently did his anal glands. When the times that I don't have a chance to walk him as much because of like the rain, we got like 2 days of rain straight, and he didn't get to walk as much. Right here I'm doing his anal glands, and it wasn't much. It wasn't a lot. It was hardly anything. But because I did it the other day, well, I should say the other day, it was like 4 days ago. We got a couple of days straight worth of rain, and I don't walk him in the rain. He doesn't like it anyway. Neither do I. It's cold, not this time of year. It's very cold, and so his anal glands filled up because usually when he walks, they kind of like have a chance to do its thing. And so he was like, he kept turning his head and leaning towards his butt. Like, he doesn't drag his butt on the ground necessarily. He doesn't really do that. Although, no, I take that back. He does do that, but it's usually because I clip his butt hair too short. If I do it too short, then it itches. Usually, like the day after I clip his butt hair, it gets itchy, and he does that. But it's not because of like anal glands or because it's dirty. But yeah, so I had to do his anal glands. So here I just did it just to make sure that they were emptied out. Might as well, because you know he's in the tub anyway. So I take care of that, and then I'm just doing a final rinse here. Okay, Gideon just got out of his bath, and I'm going to dry him off really quick, and then I'm going to run the hair dryer. And before I do that, I'm going to spray him down with some leave-in conditioner. And if I haven't said before, he has hair like ours, so I use baby leave-in conditioner for him. And I've been using it for a while and it works great. So I'm gonna let him sit on this towel. If I can straighten it out. Thank you, Gideon. Oh, good enough. I don't think he's gonna care. Yeah, so there it goes. I don't know what happened to the hair dryer clip of the whole thing of me drying him is gone. But anyway, there he is when he's done drying, and I'm just showing the bathroom really quick. So I'm so sorry. I am really, really sorry. My phone died and I didn't know. So unfortunately, the video was going to be a cut bath and blowout, but the whole hair drying experience, I wasn't able to film it. I'm so sorry. But what I am going to do is, there he is. Hello. So this is Gideon after his bath and his blowout. I just wanted you guys to hold on. Let me switch it around so you can see. Hold on. Hold on. There he is. Oh, my camera light went on, so you might get funky eyes. But there he is, all done with his cut bath and blowout. And I wanted to film. Hello. I wanted to film giving him his, I'm gonna spell it so he doesn't freak out. His ICE, I can't even spell. ICECREAM. I gave him that for his TREAT. Pretty soon he'll learn how to spell, and then he'll look at me like, but yep. So I trimmed his lips. So I did that because when he eats, I didn't want the hair to get in his teeth. He doesn't like that. So he had all of that, and I just wanted to give you a quick clip. I can't believe I did that. I looked at it and I'm like, oh no. So anyway, I'm trying not to be too close so you guys can see if there's any boogers in my nose. Okay, there we go. So anyway, yeah, and this time when I did his bath, I actually had a tripod, and I said it before when I did the voiceover, but I really wanted to try to like different views of different angles when I did it, but our bathroom is so small, there's just no way. So I only had that one counter on the other side of the sink that I could do it. So anyway, well, I'm gonna put this video up probably tomorrow. It's late. Bill's gonna be home soon, so I'm gonna make him his coffee. He gets home at midnight. So my son is homesick today, so I've been, making sure he has food and bringing him some water and everything like that. So, yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, keepers.